Hey, everybody. How are you doing? Hope everybody is enjoying their day. It's me, Al, here over at One Man Indie. And I'm on my other channel, which is called, if you're watching this now, you already know what my other channel is. So, no biggie. And today, I am trying to lock in on my World Building Wednesdays. So, this is what we're doing here now. So for today, we're going to be generating le content for today. Here we go. Let me show you guys what I'm doing so far. All right. Now, what you're looking at here is my Adobe Premiere Pro, right? And for some reason or another, as of late, Adobe Premiere Pro has been doing a lot of weird fuckery where some of the effects, and it's usually the VR effects here, and it's usually these transitions right here, and it's the immersive video effects. And for some reason or another, um, if my computer goes through a hard reset, then none of the effects that require the GPU seem to work. So what I found out was a way of fixing it was I had to come up here, go to preferences, go to general, wait for that to load. Come here, you got to click this off. Then you have to restart. Give it about maybe about 5 minutes. And while we're doing that, let me just open up Microsoft Word. So while that's shutting down, let me put it back on. Let it open back up, and now it will it'll work, but it'll be weird. It won't have the same kind of, I guess, guidance when you're going through your project. The effects will still work, but see this thing right here. Oh, okay. Let me see.
Teaching the little ones how to hunt and kill until they are of a certain size.
Hmm. No, well, all right then. Well, I guess I won't need the GPU for that then. This needs to be fine. All right, and it'll move. All right, well then, never mind. Okay, so this is the script that I write out. And yes, I do the writing. No one else does it. I don't let the AI do the writing for me. I do the writing for all of my content. So if you say it's AI slop or it's not good or that's the other, well, now you know who to blame because I'm the one who's doing it. I think, and I think me doing the writing actually helps me. Number one, maintain. I guess you want to kind of say fluency. And
Someone's at the port.
hold on, it's a delivery. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Somebody had a package. Allow me to put on my stream music. All right. So it's time to lock in and clock in. Yeah, that's the main reason why I said to ignore that once, but I gotta ignore it again. All right. So, if you have not had a chance to see the lore video for Sarnod Nixel, not Sarnod Nixel, the rhyme worm, if you haven't had a chance to see it, I guess I'll show it to you guys now. This is not really something that I don't think a lot of people will want to watch all that much, but I figured it's time for me to hold myself accountable, put out this content. So here is the reveal for that.
The ice-clad grandeur of Keith's armory, said to be the last redoubt of a mythical Titan warrior in a battle long lost and forgotten to Kandris's past. Towering lances of solid ice drape dangerously from sheer, jagged cliffs. The sight of it gives some credence to the mountain's legendary name. It's truly an awe-inspiring and terrifying view, made all the more dangerous by the armory's most notable inhabitant. Living within the rugged stone cliff face, behind the shield of ice, lives one of the deadliest predators to take wing. Glistening azure scales cover a lithe, serpentine body, twice the height of two homous males from nose to tail tip in length. Sharp, spiny ridges chase along its back, ending in a lethal cluster at the tail. Sinister eyes burn with cold reptilian cunning above a beak-like...
By the by, a homus is the same thing as a human. That's the name of the human species in this particular world. They call them, because I kind of I took the whole thing of like hominid and homo, and I just said of the thing homos or homos. I just said homos, just HOMUS, homus. I think it makes sense, but the average homus male is about 6 feet tall. So when I use the measurements of what a homus, or just about the half the height of a homus male, twice the height of a homus male, something is usually about 6 feet tall, give or take. Like, sometimes when they say in our world, being tall is a very, very exceptional thing. Because I think, what is it like? I guess like 2% of men are like over 6 feet or something like that, or are at 6 feet and above, I believe. So I decided to make it where that particular height is normal. So when they're about, let's say about 6'1", that's what the average homeless male is in terms of height. So for the human beings, and then there'll be a different group of human beings. There'll be more along the line of the kind of like what you would call Alaskan, Aleutian, Algonquin, kind of the Native American type of peoples. There'll be a little bit more ruddy-skinned, kind of maybe a little bit more, maybe not quite as much, like kind of like a mixture of that. But they'll be more inclined towards those types of people in another part of Kandris. So there's two different kinds of homus or humans here. Just letting you know. Those will probably tend to be shorter, a little bit, like probably maybe like 5, maybe about 5, like 5'10", something like that.
Snout full of razor-sharp fangs. Barely transparent wings carry it aloft to its next meal. The rime worm, named for the icy shards along its hide, is perfectly suited to its harsh environment. Having a slender form is very aerodynamic, ensuring easy flight. The tail can launch icy spines with deadly accuracy, allowing for hunting at a distance without much risk. Should it ever be forced to ground, the rime worm is far from helpless as well. It can use its wings and tail to slither easily through the snow. The snake-like neck whips about with awesome speed, shooting its head to meet any threat with deadly fangs. Not only can these rip through all but the toughest leathers, they also deliver a chilling, numbing bite. This effect slows down any opponent long enough to finish off with a tail-driven icicle or a sweep of its bladed wings. The rough hide and claws allow it to make wide, twisting burrows in the native rock of the armory. Here the rhineworm can rest after returning with their kill. Solitary by nature, they do come together in time for mating. A female will climb to a prospective male's den, and after finding it satisfactory will breed with him. Sometime later, she will produce a clutch of large eggs with red speckles on them. She will devote her time to keep the nest safe and warm while the father goes out hunting for two. Although they look delicate, these wings are strong enough to easily lift the weight of its own frame, and any added by prey close to its size. Once the eggs have hatched weeks later, the mother will leave, never to be seen again. The father will begin teaching the little ones how to hunt and kill until they are of a certain size. Afterwards, he will gather them up and leave the cave, floating down to the ground below. Here, he will leave them to fend for themselves. Out of every clutch, little more than 2 survive, but when they do, they will become expert with all their native abilities. Occasionally, hunters will capture any they find and trade them for high prices, as their innate intelligence make them excellent mounts and guardians.
And so that's it. So I know a lot of people have an issue with using AI art, etc., and AI voices. But I think I've tried using both. I've tried using my own voice, and I've tried using AI, and it doesn't seem either which way with how people seem to interact with it one way or another. I think people are just told to not like AI just because the ex favorite YouTuber told them not to. It says it's not ethical, it's not this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. But there are ways of ethically using AI to achieve what you want. What I've done with it in many cases is I've used it to help to create different creatures and races for my game. Like I used it to create the body of a man with the head of a woolly mammoth, and I've created the mammoth. And I've done it with in Mid Journey. You can do that, and actually, we'll work it out. After a few generations, you will come to that, and then after I've done that, I combine that with a person who was wearing, I guess, a Native American, maybe Algonquin type of a uniform, and it generated something really, really cool. And matter of fact, that actually helped in regards with expanding, number one, what the race is and how it works, and it gave me ideas to help further my world building. So, I mean, I don't know what it is. So it's helped me a lot. And the voices, I do like the voices. The voices are pretty cool. That one voice that you listen to, I actually made that. I use it for all of my world building stuff like that. Because there are some times when I may have like a throat cold or I might be sick, but I still have to, try to produce content. So if I can use a voice that doesn't get sick, doesn't get ill, you know, it is what it is. Unfortunately, I'm limited by my humanity, I guess it would be. So I try to use that to try to overcome certain things. Plus, a lot of times, in the midst of trying to talk and stuff like that, sometimes I will mess up, and then I got to try to re-edit, and I think it adds more time. It adds more time to the process of me trying to make something than I think really should be. You know what I mean? It makes me more efficient to get things out, get the ideas that I have in my head out in video, on the page, etc., etc. Now, some people will feel a type of way about it, and they're entitled to that. It is what it is. But I got to do what I got to do. So speaking of the Mammut, today for January, which is my challenge that I'm doing for this month, to generate and create creatures of like either the air element, either air elementals, creatures that can fly, creatures with wings, stuff like that. For that particular challenge I'm doing, this is the second week of it. So for week 2, I'm doing this. Now, the reason why I'm saying I'm doing this for week 2, because I already put out the hint video or the silhouette for this week of what to expect. And now we're going to be generating the lore for him. So I'm going to be sitting down here, see if I can try to write it out as much as I possibly can, and then make the video for it, and then send it out the door, see what people think. But this right here, again, when I do the reveal, you're going to see this is going to be something that's a blend of different things that I generated here, and some things that I tweaked and edited in Photoshop, because I do a lot of editing with what's given to me in Photoshop with these, as a matter of fact. So it's edited, I guess it's edited, quote unquote, AI stuff. So there's still me there tweaking it, changing it, making sure it fits, etc., etc. And I'm using what's there to make it work. So with that being said, all right, so this guy that I'm making now, the one that you saw in the silhouette, he is an Atavi. An Atavi is a kind of like an ancestor spirit, maybe a primordial, something like that is worshipped by the Mammut people. They believe that they are ancestors of, they're spirits of one of their ancestors or many of their ancestors that have gone on to become something greater than themselves as a part of the world mind. Now, other people will see this maybe they're just manifestations of the world mind itself. They don't know for certain, and that's what I'm kind of opening up with this. So, with this introduction of Sarna Nixel, which is how you pronounce his name, Sarna Nixel. I'm trying to give it a somewhat of maybe of a soft introduction into the concept of the Atavi, what they are and how they're going to work. So with this one, we're going to be dealing with Sarna Nixel, the Unbound. I kind of liked it because there was one Atavi that the name of an Atavi that came to mind, that when I said it, it felt like a good idea to maybe attach maybe like some kind of another an adjective to it. So I called that one the Veil, but this one is the Unbound. So because he represents the wind, and the wind is not bound, you can't contain the wind. You can only try to maybe work with it to try to get to your best benefit, maybe. But that's something else different. So this is Sarna Nixel. He's called the Unbound. So I did the first paragraph of it, and I'm just going to kind of maybe just write this out and see what I want to do with this here. I mean, I guess I'll let you guys see what the final result is. This is what he looks like. And this came about from doing a couple of generations, also some stuff in Photoshop, also blending those generations together to get the effect that we got here now. I kind of like it. I like the way it looks. It's really cool. It kind of has a weird shape, but you can't really tell exactly what it is. You can tell maybe does it have horns? Does it not? Is it ears? I like the result of what came about with this. And again, these type of things that you get from the AI actually helps to inspire, at least inspire me, to make different kinds of lore, changes to the lore, etc., etc. So I'm going to just play this music. And now this right here, this was the lore for the rhyme worm right here. What you saw there, you saw on the in there. So, all right. So let's read this. Atavi spheres generated by the nomadic Mammoth people are enigmas. Some say they are the spirit of ancestors that have achieved great things. Others, manifestations from the unfathomable depths of the world mind. None can say in concerns. I guess none are certain. I guess probably. I want to say like there is a legend that claims I guess the mortal who would become, let's see, Star Nah. Really? That's what it is? I could have sworn it was this key. Oh, wow. I got to fix that. Hold on a second. It's a hotkey that I have. Eesh. Yeah. No. Yeah, that should do it. I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. Huh. Excuse me. Oof. Okay. Yeah, so that should pretty much have done it. I don't know why. It's supposed to be number pad minus, but that's weird. The number pad minus and the regular minus also are, okay, but that's kind of a problem, isn't it? Do I have number pad on? Number lock on? Yeah, number lock is on. So I don't know what the. That's just weird. Anyway, I don't know why it does that. For some reason or another, it doesn't. For some reason or another, it doesn't know the difference between regular minus and number pad minus. Also, I was having a hard time trying to figure out what kind of a name I was going to give to this guy. So I was kind of maybe leaning into, again, kind of maybe either Algonquin names, Aleutian names, Inuit names, and kind of like in the same kind of, I guess, vocal conventions and language conventions, all those type of people and stuff like that, when you hear them talk and how they, go about the language and stuff like that. So I feel like, I think, because I did this, I made this guy last week, and something, I don't know what came to me, but something, I might have been listening to something, watching something came up in my mind, and then when I heard Sarna Nixel, I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds like a pretty cool name. So the process usually for like this type of stuff usually takes like, I don't know, maybe a week, a day. I usually get my best ideas at night, but I'm trying to get myself in the habit of not just doing that. I'm trying to just get myself in a mindset where I can produce something that I think, at least for me, I like, you know. So, because I know I can't please everybody, so I got to try to do maybe some things that I see, at least for myself, that I like, that I can feel comfortable putting out for people. So, no, that's that. I don't know if anybody is watching this on YouTube. I'm also streaming out on YouTube. I'm doing this live on YouTube, as a matter of fact. So, the music that you're listening to is, somebody is viewing it. Okay, cool. The music you're listening to is music that I made, again, with an AI generator. Also, I used different stems and different segments of it, and I combined it together, and I used it to produce this. This is something that I like doing. Audacity was a great tool with helping with that. I learned a lot about our Audacity using that, as a matter of fact, to make things. And you can use AI. You take bits and pieces of it, of the songs, and you mix and match them. You kind of insert them in certain places, blend them together in certain ways. You can produce some pretty cool stuff. And so that's what I did with it. So there's a legend that claims that claims the mortal who would become son of Nixel was, let's see. The free spirit. The free spirit. Ever curious about the world. Ever curious about the world. Let's see. I guess. Hmm. Everyone else in his settlement? Let's see. I'll say anyone else. Right before anyone else. And it's climb to the highest to greet the day the highest perch possible. staring into the open, I guess, expanse of the sky. Hmm. Okay, let's see. Let's let it cook. The becomes our next spirit. Ever curious about the world and all in it. Early in the morning, he would rise before anyone else and climb to the highest perch possible and greet the day. I'll put a comma right there. He would sit for hours, staring into the open expanse of the sky. Let me see something. Let's see. This is usually when I kind of get up and start kind of walking and things like this, just to kind of get the creative juices in the old head moving along. This actually helps with the thinking and process. Am I streaming here? It should be. Oh, you know what? No, that's the reason why I did this for Rumble and also for YouTube. This I can't. Well, you know what? No, I should be. Hold on a second. Shout out to Corpse Kings. He kind of helped to tighten me up and get me on the right track in terms of doing stuff and kind of focusing in on making a certain kind of content. If I'm going to be doing this, to lean into it, I should be able to. Let me see. Maybe I can't do more than just one then. Let me see something. Can I edit it? Okay. So it's the same thing. Yeah, all right. So let me put this in then. See, maybe that'll work. I guess not. Oh, that kind of sucks. Okay, so then I'm gonna have to change this. Remove that. Leave that where it is. Change this. And I'll leave this for that. And then when I want to stream over to the other channel, that's when I will do other stuff. I guess it's too late for me to do it now. Let me see. No, I still should be able to do it. Okay. And let's see. All right. All right, so this is something else. What's this for? I'm gonna have to delete this. All right, whatever. Let's focus. So let's see. He would sit for hours staring at the sky. Gotcha. So he does that. He stares into the sky. Let's see. What else? What else? What else does he do? Or what else did he do when he was immortal? Let's see. And I'm just thinking. Let's see. He would. Because he always liked his freedom. So let's say, right? Sarna Nixel. Let's see. The Unbound. Let's see. Let's see. What? Let's see. Expanse of the sky. What's in the sky? Man. I'm busy cloud watching. Cloud watching it's 2 words. Cloud watching. Okay. Cloud watching. 2 words, I thought so. The Cloud Appreciation Society. Cloud watching. I guess he would. Not the most riveting content I know. Well, I gotta think. Easily distracted. There you go. People gonna understand. He's very gregarious. First, I was not going to use the term gregarious, but I figured I might as well. Why not? There we go. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. 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 Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. 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 I'm trying to think. 'Cause I want to see if I can tell a tale of the actual moment when he actually gave up his mortal form and became an Atavi. I'm trying to think. That's the thing. Hmm. Hmm. Oof. Did I type that as brainstorm? Yeesh. I meant brainstorm. Oof. That's embarrassing. Not brainstorm. Oof. Hmm. Uh-oh. That's why. It's always doing that. Uh-oh. That's fine. It's always doing that. All right, so let's see. How exactly does he do that? How does he ascend? Or what makes him ascend? Hmm. Maybe there could be more than one tail then. Shouldn't it in there? Let's see. Huh. Huh. Okay, I think I have an idea. An idea, anyway. Light, not L fight. L fight. I mean, this is the perfect time for people to be lurking if you want. I guess I should be doing something where people can get points for lurking. That's crazy. Sorry about that. Hmm. 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 Thank you to everybody who actually is watching this. I'm just going through this and typing this out. I know this is not riveting stuff, but I am trying to write out this lore here. Writing lore, typing it out is usually not that interesting if people are usually watching it. Maybe if there were some bots in the, I might have to start adding some bots in the chat and also in Kick as well. Thanks to everybody who's watching this on Kick. Thank you for that. I'm trying to grow my audience on Kick because people don't have to pay or donate. They just have to just be there and watch. And if I can get enough people to watch, then I can do this for like longer periods of time and also still get paid, which does help out a lot. I also have a coffee if people are interested, and you probably may be seeing it on Twitch right now. I don't know. I mean, if I don't know what people would like. Would people like, say, like maybe possible? I don't want to say like stat sheets. Maybe because what I'm eventually wanting to do with all this stuff is actually make things that people can use for TTRPGs, especially. But also say if you want to use it for like maybe for books or whatever. I guess mostly for TTRPGs, I guess. This is basically a world that people can maybe pull stuff from or maybe get inspired by, maybe things they can actually use for their TTRPG settings. So I don't know enough about TTRPGs to actually make actual stat sheets for that. That's the main reason why I don't do that. But maybe I guess there will be, maybe guidance what I call guidance on how to use the stated abilities for these creatures or for classes or creature types, etc., like that. I don't know. Wait, would people be interested in something like that? So, like, if I offered those on my coffee page. I guess if I got to be got enough people to watch these things or other streams like that, I guess. Let's see. So that's one for Twitch. No integrations for anything else. I guess I will put that for. I guess you can't put that for more than one, can you? All right, well, I'll just leave that. Hold on, man. Wait a minute. I could have sworn. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, so apparently just using the subtract key at any time for whatever reason makes the change to that, which is weird. Ah, okay. That's what the problem was. I think that's what the issue is. Let me see. Oh, okay. All right, okay. I fixed that. I had to go through all my doggone keybinds. Yeesh. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, so this should work. And I don't have to do any other weirdness now. There we go. It still does it. Doggone it. Oh, I gotta major minus it then. Anything else that does that? Nope. Nope. I thought me just emptying it out would take it out. Nope. It does not do that. Okie dokie. Anything else here? Okay, so that's that. Nothing here. All right. Okay. Finally fixed it. Okay. Jeez Louise. All right. So let's see. Excuse me. It's that weird Oxford comma type of thing. I don't think we need it. Not with something like that. You don't need to have it in there. There's only one thing that you can just stop that, Microsoft. Let me go take a pee real quick. I'll be right back. Gives me a chance to stretch my legs and also run my mind. usually. Sorry about that. Went to the bathroom, and I went to check on my ginger. I don't know what you would call him. I don't know if you would call him a tabby or what. But I went to go check on him. He's an outdoor cat. He was since his mother had kind of raised him around us. Him and his other litter mates. He's like his brothers and sisters and stuff. So we found out when I guess when he looked like he was kind of sick, so we kind of took him to the vet. Come to find out, he has what do they call it, FELV, and it's in many cases kind of terminal. We've seen that a couple of his brothers and sisters have died off, unfortunately. So, I mean, we bought them very nice cat houses because they were outside cats. They were born outside. I didn't think it was maybe a good idea to bring them in. So, they're outside. We got them really nice cat houses. We got them full of straw, and we feed them every day without fail. And unfortunately, some of them have passed on, unfortunately. So I was kind of checking on because my wife was saying that he wasn't looking too good. And I was like, okay. So I kind of checked on him, but he's fine. He was in this little cat house. He looked alert and awake. Like he didn't look like he was tired. So, like when they start getting like really, really sick, they start kind of looking kind of tired and weak and stuff like that. He didn't look like that. So he looked fine. So, I went to check on him. He's all right. So that was it. Sorry I took so long. I'm still kind of thinking my way through this because this is something that I didn't really think too much about the story of Sarnan Nixel. I kind of had we're going to wait until today to kind of flesh it out because usually when I usually work during the day, it gives me a chance to to really I don't know. Sometimes at nighttime, I guess I seem to think better. More inspiration comes to me at that time. Things like that. You know what I mean? Just nighttime just seems to be the right time for like my creative process, I guess. But I think I churned out something pretty good in terms of lore. Mm. I think and see if I can maybe get something like maybe Stream Labs or Stream Elements to maybe add like games for people who can watch it, they can play stuff and stuff like that maybe. When depending on where I'm at. Mm. All right. Made him popular with the village children, and he enjoyed showing them how to make their own. Nothing he created was able to hover in the air, however. That's space between that shouldn't have been that big. Hmm. Okay. That was odd, but whatever. Next. Let's see. Hmm. FedEx again? Yeah, I got the Nest camera where I see people come up to my door and stuff like that. And yeah. Interesting. I kind of got it for my house, so make sure we see who's coming and who's not. Just kind of that coming, because you can't really. I mean, you can walk up, I guess, around about the back of the house, I guess. And I kind of make sure we get some cameras for that. But I wanted to see who was actually rolling up to the house, because you never know. You got to be careful about that. It seems like everybody in the suite, Grandma Esther has like a Ring cam or a Nest cam, etc., etc. So I figured I might as well get one myself. Hmm. Hmm. That's how you spell sold, yes? I had actually made other music for my other monthly challenges, which was Monstrotober. What did I do in November? What did I do in November? I forget what it was. Let's see. Not ready for Social Security just yet. It's a bunch of shorts I made for November. Oh yeah, November. That was the Gale of Teeth. And then in December, I made the Curiosities of Candrus, or the Oddities of Candrus. Okay, so doing those two particular, I guess you could call them sprints. I guess I had made some more music with those. Those turned out pretty good as well. I generated music before that, which turned out pretty good. Hmm. All right, folks. I think I'm going to just end this right here. Some things I got to take care of. Thank you to everyone who did stick around and watch this with me. I appreciate it. I will try to come back later, probably, maybe, no, definitely next week, and it'll probably be for RPG Maker Monday. Well, plus, there's something that a game that I want to play for you guys. It isn't an RPG Maker game that I want to try. That someone actually was kind of giving me the key for. So, and it kind of fits, kind of sort of in the same vein with TTRPGs, etc., etc. So, hopefully, you guys will look forward to that. And with that in mind, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And God willing, I will see you later.